Okay, so red squirrel is hanging out closer again. Notice the squirrel seems a little unsteady at times, and I'm wondering if the squirrel might have that balance disease that's going around with some squirrels. Um, Chipmunks would normally just run away from the squirrel, but since I'm here, they're kind of just watching and maybe even sneaking up and grabbing a few. And then I did create a second pile over there. But I've seen the red squirrel kind of chase off the chipmunks, but I've also seen the chipmunks like working around. Now this little guy is coming straight up to me. The piles are over there, guys. Let's see. I was on the phone and there was some good interaction, but of course I was talking, so couldn't really get it. But here we go. It's almost like the chipmunks think of me as a moderating influence. Of course, I've got my bug spray, which blew off the motor, stood up again. There we go. You can tell when it's the squirrel that's been eating them because the squirrel eats them right here. Whereas my chipmunk friends, yep, there we go. My chipmunk friends will generally hoover them up and then stash them away somewhere. But squirrel is more about, yeah, I'm just hungry now. But even though they chase each other, they don't do it as bad as the chipmunks chase other chipmunks. It's more like, oh, I don't know. It's kind of funny. Like I said, in the past, when I'm not here or I'm not as nearby, the chipmunks just seem to directly fear the squirrel. And it's like maybe they know the squirrel's a little more nervous because I'm around. But now they seem to be sharing, of course, in a moment or so. Yep, well, okay. Wasn't quite expecting that, but in a moment or so, usually the squirrel will decide enough is enough and chase off the chipmunk. But yeah, there we go. And there we have a blissful little chipmunk out of the way. There. Oops. There we have a chipmunk that has decided to hide by me. Okay, now it's run further away, but decided I'm a safe hiding place from the evil, nasty squirrel. You can see there, kind of right before the chase, the squirrel was wobbling back and forth a bit. So I'm wondering if this squirrel isn't as healthy and that's why it's willing to take more risks. I've only really seen this one squirrel around the area, whereas obviously got at least 5 or 6 chipmunks. I haven't seen the one I called Scrappy recently. It's got the ring in its tail and it looks like the back's got some fur pattern things that might have been wounds, or it might just be the way its fur pattern goes. Of course, careful. At least they're not scattering the piles this time. But yeah, there we go.